Napoleon Bonaparte. The name echoes through history, synonymous with ambition, military brilliance, and ultimately defeat. Born on the island of Corsica in 1769, Napoleon's early life offered little hint of the future emperor. His family, while of noble lineage, possessed modest means. Young Napoleon, however, displayed an early aptitude for mathematics and military history. These interests led him to pursue a military education in mainland France. He excelled in his studies, completing them in record time. The French Revolution erupted just as Napoleon's military career began. France, engulfed in turmoil, presented both danger and opportunity. Napoleon, ever ambitious, recognized the potential for advancement amidst the chaos. He would use this period of upheaval to launch himself onto the world stage. The French Revolution shattered the old order, dismantling centuries of monarchy and feudalism. The streets of Paris echoed with the cries of liberty, equality, and fraternity, leaving a power vacuum in its wake. The once mighty throne now stood empty, and the nation was in chaos, searching for a new direction. Amidst this turmoil, a young and ambitious Napoleon Bonaparte, with his military training and sharp intellect, saw a path to rise through the ranks. He was determined to make his mark on history. He distinguished himself early on, securing crucial victories for the revolutionary government. His leadership on the battlefield was nothing short of extraordinary. His tactical brilliance in battles like Toulon and Montenotte did not go unnoticed. These victories showcased his strategic mind and fearless spirit. Napoleon's star rose rapidly, earning him both accolades and enemies. His rise was meteoric, and he quickly became a household name in France. Yet he navigated the treacherous waters of French politics with cunning and determination. He was not just a soldier, but a shrewd politician, understanding the intricacies of power. By 1799, France was weary of revolution. The endless turmoil had taken its toll on the people, who longed for peace and stability. The country craved stability, a longing Napoleon shrewdly exploited. He presented himself as the solution to their woes, a leader who could bring order to the chaos. In a daring move, he seized power in a coup d'état, establishing himself as first consul of France. This bold action marked the beginning of a new era. The revolution had found its heir not in a king, but in a Corsican general with an unquenchable thirst for power. Napoleon Bonaparte had seized the moment, forever altering the course of history. Napoleon's military success stemmed from more than just ambition. He possessed a keen strategic mind, revolutionizing warfare in the process. Napoleon excelled at utilizing speed and maneuverability, often catching his enemies off guard. His armies, renowned for their discipline and morale, marched at an unprecedented pace. This army on wheels could cover vast distances, allowing Napoleon to dictate the terms of engagement. He understood the importance of logistics, ensuring his troops were supplied even on extended campaigns. Furthermore, Napoleon mastered the art of concentrating his forces at the decisive point of battle. He exploited enemy weaknesses, breaking their lines with overwhelming force. His victories became legendary, solidifying his reputation as a military genius. The early 19th century witnessed Napoleon's meteoric rise to dominance. Born in Corsica, Napoleon Bonaparte quickly ascended through the ranks of the French military, showcasing his strategic brilliance and unyielding ambition. His campaigns took him across Europe and beyond, each victory adding to his legend. From the Italian campaigns to the sweeping victories in Austria, Napoleon's military prowess seemed unstoppable. In Egypt, he battled not only the Mamluks but also the scorching desert heat. The Battle of the Pyramids in 1798 showcased his ability to adapt and conquer in the most challenging environments. While ultimately unsuccessful, the Egyptian campaign captured the imagination of France. The scientific discoveries and the mystique of the ancient land added to his allure back home. It cemented Napoleon's image as a romantic hero, a modern-day Alexander the Great. His charisma and vision for a grand empire resonated deeply with the French people. Back in Europe, his victories continued. The Battle of Marengo in 1800 was a turning point, demonstrating his tactical genius and securing his dominance in Italy. The Battle of Marengo in 1800 cemented his control over Italy. This victory not only solidified his power, but also boosted the morale of his troops and supporters. However, it was the Battle of Austerlitz in 1805 that truly marked Napoleon's strategic brilliance. Known as the Battle of the Three Emperors, It was a masterclass in military strategy. Facing a numerically superior force of Austrians and Russians, Napoleon outmaneuvered and decisively crushed his enemies. His innovative tactics and the element of surprise played crucial roles in this decisive victory. Austerlitz became the emblem of his genius, earning him the awe of Europe and the title of Emperor of the French. This battle not only solidified his reputation, but also marked the peak of his power and influence across the continent. Section 5. The Empire unravels overreach and resistance. At the height of his power, Napoleon's empire stretched across much of Europe, yet this vast dominion proved difficult to maintain. Napoleon's ambition, once his greatest asset, began to work against him. His continental system, designed to cripple British trade, backfired, fueling resentment among his subject nations. Nationalism, a force Napoleon underestimated, began to stir. From Spain to Russia, people rose up against French rule, yearning for freedom from Napoleon's iron grip. Furthermore, Napoleon's military judgment faltered. The invasion of Russia in 1812 proved to be a catastrophic miscalculation. The vastness of Russia, coupled with the harsh winter and fierce resistance, decimated the Grande Armée. This defeat marked a turning point, emboldening his enemies and exposing the vulnerability of his empire. Weakened but not defeated, Napoleon faced a resurgent coalition of European powers. In 1815 he returned from exile, hoping to recapture his former glory. His return sparked a final, desperate bid to salvage his empire. The 100 Days campaign, though marked by brief moments of brilliance, ultimately ended in disaster at Waterloo. The Battle of Waterloo, fought in present-day Belgium, became Napoleon's final stand. Facing a combined British and Prussian army, Napoleon's forces fought bravely but were ultimately overwhelmed. This defeat marked the definitive end of his reign. Napoleon, once master of Europe, was again a prisoner, exiled to the remote island of St. Helena. The Napoleonic era, with its dramatic rise and fall, had come to a close. Confined to the desolate rock of St. Helena, Napoleon lived out his remaining days in bitter isolation. Stripped of his power, he dictated his memoirs, reflecting on his triumphs and failures. He died in 1821 at the age of 51, his cause of death still debated by historians. Was it natural causes or the slow poison of arsenic, as some theorized? Whatever the cause, Napoleon's death did not diminish his hold on the public imagination. Even in death, Napoleon remained a potent symbol. To some, he was a martyr, a victim of the very forces he had unleashed. To others, he remained a tyrant, a cautionary tale of unchecked ambition. His legacy, complex and contested, continued to shape European consciousness. Napoleon's impact extended beyond the battlefield. His reforms left an enduring mark on France and Europe. The Napoleonic Code, a comprehensive legal system, codified many principles of the French Revolution. It enshrined equality before the law, religious tolerance, and meritocracy. While containing elements of authoritarianism, the Code's emphasis on legal uniformity and modernization proved highly influential. It served as a model for legal systems across Europe and beyond, shaping the development of modern law. Napoleon's reign also saw significant advancements in education, infrastructure, and administration. He established a centralized system of government, rationalized bureaucracy, and promoted public works. These reforms, aimed at consolidating his power, also contributed to the modernization of France. Napoleon Bonaparte remains a figure of enduring fascination and controversy. His life and legacy continue to spark debates among historians, scholars, and enthusiasts alike. He was a man of contradictions, both enlightened reformer and ruthless dictator. On one hand, he implemented progressive reforms that modernized France and influenced many other nations. He championed ideals of liberty and equality while crushing dissent and waging wars that devastated Europe. His military campaigns, though brilliant, left a trail of destruction and loss. Was he a liberator who spread the ideals of the French Revolution, or a conqueror who sacrificed countless lives for his own ambition? This duality makes him a complex figure to analyze. Historians continue to debate his legacy, acknowledging both his undeniable genius and the tremendous human cost of his ambitions. His strategies are still studied in military academies around the world. Ultimately, Napoleon's story transcends simple categorization. He was a leader who could inspire great loyalty and fierce opposition in equal measure. He was a product of his time, a man who rose from obscurity to shape the destiny of nations. His early life, marked by ambition and talent, set the stage for his meteoric rise. His rise and fall serve as a cautionary tale about the intoxicating allure of power and the enduring impact of a single ambitious individual on the course of history. His story is a reminder of how one person's vision can alter the fate of millions.